Hi, it's Malika with the Jasmine brand. Hi, Omarion. How are you?
What's up? What's up, Malika? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. It's a beautiful day in LA, so I'm on a good foot.
Yeah, of course. I'm here in LA too, so I'm getting the warm weather as well.
Hot as hell, ain't it?
Yeah. Okay, so I just have a few questions we're going to go through, hopefully pretty quickly. Should be fun, so let's just get right to it. So your new album, so the album Reasons was set for release on June 16th, and has it been pushed back, or are you still what's the deal with it?
Well, let me say this. Reasons is mastered and mixed, and it's ready to go. As far as all of the work that's been put in via music, I've accomplished it. Omarion has completed his job. I've done all that I can do as far as preparing the music. This is, however, the music business, and business is complicated. So I can't really say right now when the album will come out, other than I do have Word for Word coming 7/7/17, which is the new song from the Reasons album that I shot in Japan, that I directed as well. It's a short. It's about 8 minutes. I'm so excited for people to see this art. So yeah, I mean, as far as the album goes, stand by. But we got. I have multiple videos. I have music. There's not going to be a shortage of vibes, to enjoy via summer.
Okay. And do you think, if it's the issues with the label itself, do you think that it's an issue when it comes to certain artists and them being placed as a priority?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it always has to do with priority, because it's budgets involved. It's all, we'll say, politics. It's a lot of politics. If it was easy it is easy to put out music, but if it was easy for everybody, then everybody would do it. But I don't think it has anything to do with that. In my case, I think it really just has to do, with timing. And, I've always been a time person. I remember when I dropped Poster B, and it took 6 months for it to blow up, and now it's just now top of this year at 3 times platinum, and that's the biggest record that I've had in my whole career. So you can't really say what it is all the time. One thing you can say it is definitely politics, and it's definitely people in position that don't have true, don't have real quality in their position, So, I leave it up to the universe. But Reasons is going to come out, and Omarion is going to stay coming. I've been here almost 20 years, so I'm going to be here.
Yeah. And with your longevity, I followed your career since B2K, so I was one of those fans going to the stores, getting the posters.
OG fan.
Yeah, so I have that stamp. And so I'm just like, after all this time, have you ever thought of just like being an indie artist and doing your own thing and not associating yourself with a label?
Well, that position is so interesting because, unlike, other artists that have like kind of entered the game, when the game was a specific type of way. I mean, the music business just keeps changing, and especially right now, as far as the command, as far as radio, the algorithms. I mean, it's so different. So, to answer your question, I mean, I think that it's time for that for me. I think that it's time for me to step, and I have in a way, and that's the reason why you should definitely come on the 6th, if you're not doing anything, because we're going to have a premiere for word for word. And I can, like, really show you better than I could tell you, because I just recognize, you know, maybe over the last couple of months what the last 12 years is really about. And it was really about, you know, honing my skill. And now I can direct. And now I'm sitting in the editing, you know, bay. And now I know what I want to look like. And now I know what I can sing. And now I'm not singing songs that's just a good song. You know, I'm like a real artist this time, you know, for myself, not for anybody else. And it's so cool to share art, you know, when you've grown up with, you know, your fans, when you've grown up with people. And, you know, this whole album is just about me reconnecting again and reinvigorating, you know, my fans, you know, to really show them how high the levels have gotten, because, you know, I'm past the 10,000 hours. I'm past it like maybe triple. So it's time to, you know, just really show the art, let the art speak for itself.
Okay. And on this new project, you know, like, what can we expect from you? Is this a concept album, or is this an album that you just want to help create a vibe with?
No, this album is about being in touch. This album is about looking inside. That's what this album is about. This album is, you know, I hope it becomes a mirror. And I hope when people hear it, and they hear, you know, what I'm talking about, I mean, because it's an assortment of songs. It's an assortment of vibes. You know, I'm particularly happy right now, so a lot of the songs are rhythmic. A lot of the, you know, conversations I'm having is about love, you know, via my experience now being a dad, you know, understanding the deeper depths of love with having a kid and being responsible for a kid, you know, that changed everything. So my art is deeper, you know, because currently right now, you know, it's deep. So, yeah.
Okay. And are there going to be any features on the album?
Right now, there's no features. It's just Omarion.
Great. All right. And so I've seen that you've traveled a lot to put the visuals together for this album. Was that always the vision?
You know, I've always traveled, but the thing about traveling is, like, if you don't really do anything, then it's like you're not really there. You could, of course, like, see the scenery. It's like, oh, I'm on tour. I'm in this place for a day or two. I'm in this place for a day or two. So I've been to a lot of places, but I've never really been there. And now when I go places, it's just different. It's just different. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just different. And it's something that, you know, I wanted to promote in my music, because there's so much information when you travel abroad, especially about culture, and especially, you know, about, food. There's so much information in traveling, and it's also a good time. It's a memorable time, you know, which is probably the other, you know, most important part. It's like, you got to create great memories for your life. We all have this life experience, so it's like, let's create great memories. You know, let's save up. Let's go travel to a beautiful place. Let's see how we feel when we get there. Let's have a good time. And that's really what, you know, has been mirroring my music too, because I've been able to experience things outside of the norm. And I really want people to travel.
Okay. All right. And so I'm thinking about Distance. I love the song.
Right.
It's very catchy. But that's one line. How I like my women. How I like my chicken.
Like my chicken.
I'm like, yeah, explain that to me. Like, what was your thought process when you were writing that out?
Well, I believe, you know, it's a couple of different ways to look at it. But when I sung that part, you know, and not to get, you know, like too deep or whatever, but you know, black people, we love chicken. We love chicken. And guess what else we love? We love our women too. And you know, it's a funny correlation between, two things that obvious other cultures understand and recognize what we love. We love the hardest, and, we got the most seasoning in our food. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this is my perspective. You know what I mean? This is just, based upon my experiences. But it's like, two things I gotta have. I gotta have it. On the right it says, organic, chicken. I mean, maybe I'll become vegan one day. I don't know. But right now, you know what I'm saying? If we got the chicken there, we good. We good.
Yeah, okay. And I see you have the Distance Dance Challenge right now, which I think is great because there are so many, other challenges out there on social media, but this one is directed to your fans, and it's very engaging.
Right.
Like, was that always the marketing plan, or was it something that kind of developed on its own?
Well, it was kind of something that developed on its own because really the Distance Challenge, originally when I came up with the idea after we aired it, it was like this whole cool elaborate plan and we had to put it out, and it kind of just set. So I tried to always, put these these castles or these things that, make the gravity heavier. And this is not only just being my song, but this is Shannon's being with my family. So it also, shows the support of my family still to this day, and that's really, really cool too. That's another weighted gravity, that, keeps things, grounded. And I thought that this would be really, really cool for other people to experience. It's like if you do it with your fam, it's not like, hey, we all around with each other all the time, let's do some fun. And that was like my real intent behind it, because I see a lot of challenges, and some of them are just do stupid stuff. And I'm not saying it's not fun, because, I definitely, I just get silly sometimes too. I think, it's a part of life. But, you always need things to mean something as well. So, I feel like this, and also it's really, really cool because dancing is so universal. Everyone can engage in that. It doesn't matter what kind of culture, and that's what I also want to show people too. That's why I post everybody. I love everybody, for real.
Right, and I've seen you comment because I'm all over social media, and I've seen you even comment on the shade room sometimes about. I remember this one specific video. This Caucasian woman, I don't know where she was, but she was in a doctor's office, and she was screaming how she wanted a white doctor. And I saw your comment, and it makes you appear to be very personable, and the fact that you not only interact with your fans through your music, but you engage in social action. It's very commendable. And a lot of artists don't do that. It's kind of okay, I think I should just step back. But the fact that you have the courage and you use your platform to speak on those things and spread love at the same time is very beautiful.
Well, thank you. It's really tough. It's really tough because, there's so many opinions, and sometimes people have the right intent, the things get misconstrued, people don't understand. And, I think that there's a more important conversation that needs to happen, especially in reference to talking to one another. Because it's everyone talks to just talk now. And it's just I'm not interested in that. I don't want to contribute to that. I want to help too. I want to help people, maybe see things at another perspective. Help me see things. Help me see it at another perspective. As long as we can show respect for one another, I think that is the most important thing. And I wouldn't particularly pride myself on always speaking on certain things, because certain things I personally feel like they don't deserve attention. But it's we don't have control of what we see on IG every day, and it's
right.
It's so much stuff going on, you know? It's like somebody got to, you know, step in and inspire something different. It can't just be to, you know, look at negativity or what's going on in particular, something, you know, someone's life. You know, why are they crying out? I mean, I just have so many questions a lot of the time, but I always try to look at things positively, and I hope that, you know, via social media, it's just all about, you know, sharing. Let's share. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling sexy today. Bam. There you go. IT story.
Right.
Oh, good.
Right. Okay, well, let's stay with the fun. Let's stay on the fun level, and I want to, like, take us elsewhere. So you've done your share of reality TV.
Right.
Will you ever return to Love and Hip Hop? Do you see that happening?
Never.
Why is that?
It's a place and it's a platform that, you know, I am definitely happy that I got the opportunity to be on the show and display a more personal side of my relationship in my life. But it's a space where it's not fitting for my life. It's like, you know, while I'm going to do a show, and obviously the show has to have some type of drama, you know, or some type of, adversity. That's what we want to say, adversity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when I'm going through this adversity, you know, it becomes a topic of discussion 3 months later after I just shot it. So really in real time, I just went through it, and now because everybody else is watching it, they're going through it. It's just very stressful, and I don't see the benefit in, having to, you know, really balance life and have that be a part of my universe. It's just not something that I feel like is beneficial to me. And that's the honest truth.
Have you ever thought of having your own show?
Well, yeah, but it's like, you know, what's the hot item right now? You know, the hot item is this specific algorithm that caters to a specific type of people, and it works right now. So a lot of the networks, you know, that are interested in money or they're interested in, you know, more money, you know, they're just going to duplicate this formula. They're not going to try to find another formula, you know. And I'm not saying that it doesn't change, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm not completely dissing it. It definitely was a platform for me, and I was able to use it. But as far as like me in the future, I don't foresee it. I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm not trying to be fighting on TV because he's talking crazy to me, and now everybody thinks they could talk crazy to me because I took what he said because of the edit. The way they edited it made, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on all.
I get it. And okay, so no reality TV, but like we said before, you've been in the game for 10 years. Will there ever be either an Omarion biopic or a B2K biopic?
I don't know. I think at some point, you know, we gotta just see what's up with the universe. We gotta see what happens because, you know, everyone that has been a part of my history and you know, being fans of, you know, fans and, you know, whatever, they always ask and inquire, you know, about it, especially to me. And I always try to just, you know, give you a different perspective in reference to how that experience was for you, because that experience for you was, you know, happy. It was a joyful thing. You know, you can look back on it and be like, oh, that was a good time. For me, you know, I got to look past a lot of things. I got to be like, oh, okay, well, I was 16 and I was on the road and I was tired and I didn't have a normal life. So I have to kind of move things around and understand how everybody had a good time, but maybe necessarily I didn't all the time. So that connection and, you know, moving forward, I think that, you know, if I had the opportunity to be able to tell that story, then, you know, I would. But it would have to definitely be on my terms. And, you know, that's just kind of like what it is. I don't know. I'm so young. I can't even really answer that question because I got so much work. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, damn, I'm only 32. I know I've been in the game for a long time, but a biopic, nah. All the people I see who got biopics is like either, passed on or, they about to touch 50. So it's like, why would I have a biopic? Why would I be interested in that? I'm not interested in that. I got too much work to do.
I understand that, but like even Fantasia has had her own biopic, and she's not that old. But it's like certain points.
You said who had one?
Career, Fantasia.
Oh, she did? She had a movie?
Yeah, Fantasia had one, and it's like we don't know everything. Like there are fans like myself that we want to know, like whatever happened. Like, will you guys ever get back together? Maybe sometime in the future, or like what's going on with you personally that we don't see outside of what you allow us to see.
Right.
But I get the process, and I get where you are in your mind. So no rush on that. But if it were to happen, would you want it to be a major film or just something that we would see on like either like a small network?
Only a major film. Only a major film, and I'm talking about like NWA. The way that story was told, the way that whole how that was done was how it's supposed to be done, in my professional opinion.
Okay. And would you want to play yourself or someone else?
No, I would. I don't know. I don't know if I would want to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was a time that I could. Because I'm thinking about a scene now, and I'm like, oh, okay, that would be kind of dope if I ran into myself. In one scene, it was like my future self and my younger self. You know what I mean? I don't know, but
yeah. Okay, I just have like 2 more questions. So we've known that you worked with Bow Wow and completed a whole project, and then you had supposed to be with Chris Brown, and Chris Brown just released a project with Ray J. Will we ever see or hear a full Omarion and Chris Brown project? Because you two can sing, dance, like complete package, but it hasn't happened.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't up to me. It's up to I would, love to be able to do something like that because I feel like that's an opportunity that Michael, never had. So, yeah, I would love to do that. But you gotta ask Chris Brown.
Okay, I'm gonna have to contact Chris and ask him what's the hold up.
I don't know if he's ready for that. I don't know if he's ready for that sauce. I don't know if he's ready to share, you feel me, ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, I've seen the dance battles between you two, and you both could hold your own on the record. So it's like, what's the hold up when coming together?
We would go on tour. You know what I mean? It would be so much fun. It would be so much fun, for sure.
Yeah. The ladies will go crazy. They'd go berserk.
Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah,
okay,
the grown
you're gearing up with your different releases of your singles to release their full project. Outside of this project, and I know that's like your number one focus right now, but aside from that, what else are you working on or planning to work on? Like, what's next?
Well, I'm definitely planning on, doing some type of, I want to do a movie. I want to do a movie this year if I'm afforded that opportunity. Definitely, a movie. I'm also focusing on, introducing some new characters to the world, reintroducing some characters to the world. I've been building my team and my own squad, and got a few artists that I'm working with, developing, kind of, shed light just on the other creative side of the things that I can do, and, fashion, of course. We're going to do everything. So we're just seeing, where things are falling. But for the most part, if people follow me on my social media, You know, we got the Monday moves. I just came up with this cool concept and idea for, you know, a show that I'm doing. I've already sat down with Layla Hathaway. It's titled Unscripted. So, you know, just be expecting just the art. I'm really inspired right now. I'm in such a great place. You know, so many things have been revealed to me, and I can't wait to show the art. I can't wait for people to see the art. You definitely should be on the 6th because I would want to know what you think. You know, because you're an OG fan. So when you see the video, you're definitely gonna get those reminiscent vibes of, you know, how things used to be. It's just like a new take on it.
Okay. And what do we have to do in order to get this album released? What can fans do?
I mean, fans can just stream it. Fans can just, like, you know, tell people about it, support it. I mean, because that's really how, you know, that's really how it's supposed to be, you know, got to where it got. It took 6 months for that song to even be played on the radio, and it was like the fans commanded it. And that's just like, that's the power of our relationship as far as putting it in demand. But, you know, not to fret. It's gonna be a lot of music, it's gonna be a lot of things that, you know, even if some new fans emerge, you know, I want the OG fans to let them know, like, look, this is the way. You can't be coming up in here and doing that. We don't do that. We do this. You feel me? We vibe like this. We dance like this. You know, it's a real connection. So, you know, I just hope that's appreciated, and I hope that is seen, you know, this go around with everything.